What's up everyone? In today's video, I want to go over 10 exercises that every man should be doing. There's a certain look that we can identify as an attribute of a masculine looking body type, just like there are certain looks and traits that we could identify for a more feminine looking body. With women, one of the most attractive shapes to men is the hourglass shape, and that's according to a study conducted by Dr. Dixon from Victoria University. He said that men rated images with an hourglass shape and a small waist as the most attractive. The other way around, with women rating men, it appears a strong muscular upper body in the shape of a V seems to be more attractive. This is according to a new study from Griffith University in Queensland. Now, before I get into these exercises that will help you build a more attractive body as a man, I'd like to issue a disclaimer, because this is not one of those channels where I'm going to tell you that by getting a six-pack you're going to have girls flocking all over you. That's just not how it works. Please understand that to be an attractive man, you can't just rely on how you look. But we all know that first impressions can definitely help. So let's start with the very first exercise that you should be doing, and that's the lat pull down. Why am I a big fan of the lat pull down? Well, because part of getting that V shape is to have a wider upper body than your waist. A huge portion of your width stems from the back. The lat pull down is an excellent exercise to work your lats, your back, the back of your shoulders, and your biceps. Make sure when you're doing the lat pull down for width, you go wider on the grip on the bar. Also make sure that when you come down, you flare your elbows out. That'll put more pressure on your lats and move you towards that V-shape appearance. The next exercise you want to make sure you're doing as a guy are squats. Part of having an aesthetic looking figure is maintaining proper proportions. If you have a huge upper body, even if it's in the shape of a V, but your lower body makes you look like you're about to topple over, it's not going to look very good at all. On top of that, squats are going to work your whole body, especially your core, in a way that most exercises can't. It helps you train your transverse abdominis, which is the deep layer abdominal muscle fiber that helps pull your stomach in, and it gives you that flat stomach look. It's also no secret that girls, just like guys, prefer fuller butts rather than flatter butts. So when you do your squats, make sure you go nice and low and you sit back in order to really incorporate the glutes and the thighs into the movement. The next exercise you want to make sure you're doing for building an ideal male physique is some form of bench pressing, dumbbell pressing, or pushing movement. The reason why I say bench pressing or pushing movement is because it's very hard to work your chest muscles effectively any other way. The chest is a lagging muscle group for many guys, and unfortunately, most functional exercises fail to incorporate horizontal abduction, which is when you bring your hands together like you're doing a chest fly. Horizontal abduction is required to build up your chest, and once again, you want to maintain proportion. You don't want to have huge arms and a tiny chest. Make sure at least once a week you're dedicating some time to getting some form of pressing movements into your routine. The good news is that while you're doing those presses, you'll not only be working your chest, but you're also going to be working your shoulders and your triceps as well. Shoulders especially, the middle head of the shoulder, that's another muscle that's super important for giving you that wider upper body appearance. That's why you want to make sure that you incorporate this fourth exercise, which is overhead presses, whether it be military presses or dumbbell presses. They're both going to help you grow your shoulders, giving you that wider V-tapered appearance that we're looking for. A lot of people do make mistakes of not going low enough when they do their military press or their regular shoulder presses. And I want to make sure that you guys watching this video don't make these same mistakes. So to have maximal results for your shoulders, when you come down for a military press or a dumbbell press, you don't want to stop at eye level. You also don't want to stop at ear level. You want to come down under your chin. If you're doing it to eye level or ear level, you're working a lot more on the triceps rather than your shoulders that you're intending to work. Next up are pull-ups, and if you can do pull-ups without assistance, it could be far better than the lat pull-down that we were talking about earlier. When doing the pull-ups, you want to make sure you grab a wide grip, just like with the lat pull-down, and incorporate pull-ups with both a pronated hand position and a neutral hand position. It's also very important that once you're ready, you start strapping weight to yourself in order to make your pull-ups harder, so you can be constantly progressing in size and strength. You can use something known as a dip belt to do just that. For number 6, we got lateral raises, because lateral raises will directly target that middle head of your shoulders and your traps. And lateral raises, unfortunately, get done wrong all the time. A lot of people have their elbows completely straight or they slightly turn their thumbs up towards the ceiling and put more pressure on their biceps rather than their shoulders. Make sure when you're doing your lateral raises, you stay slightly bent in your elbows and turn your pinkies up towards the ceiling. Your hands should end up slightly below your elbows at the end of the movement, and your elbows should either be even or slightly below your shoulders. Next is the deadlift, and the deadlift will not only help you strengthen your back and work your core, but it's also going to help you increase your testosterone. Heavy-weighted squats can do this as well, but deadlifts are especially known for using a lot of muscle groups and placing an increased metabolic stress on your body, which results in a massive boost in your testosterone levels. Having higher testosterone levels are not directly attractive to women, but it motivates the man to find someone that they're attracted to. Women find men with masculine features, dominant characteristics, and aesthetic frames more attractive according to a study done at the University of Mexico. Higher levels of social presence, direct competitiveness, and masculine features are all hallmarks of high testosterone levels. Deadlifts are not the only exercise that can increase your testosterone, but exercises like deadlift, squats, and other exercises that place massive metabolic stress on your body will help you increase your testosterone naturally. Moving on, another exercise you should be doing is the decline weighted sit-ups. This is by far one of the best exercises to build some bulkier, blockier abs and to have your abs actually pop out. You need a decline bench to do this exercise. Also keep in mind, just like the other exercises, you want to make sure that you up your weight over time to challenge yourself and constantly break down those ab muscles to have them grow back stronger. Going back to the lower body, exercise number 9 is a barbell hip thrust. Now, of course, if you do squats, you don't necessarily have to do the barbell hip thrust, but this is another movement that specifically targets the glutes and helps you work on getting more of that bubble butt to fill out your jeans. I recommend you do this one with your back up on a bench in order to be able to bring your hips further down for a better stretch on this movement. The last exercise that I recommend you give a shot is a cardio exercise. That's right, sprinting. Sprinting is one of the best cardio exercises, especially when you factor in the amount of time that it takes to burn a lot of fat doing sprints. Women are attracted to men with lower body fat percentages. Obviously not too low, but sprinting for intervals on and off is one of the best ways to burn fat with cardio. Of course, your diet will be an extremely important factor in regard to your body fat, but if you incorporate some sprints, even 15 minutes of on and off sprinting throughout the week, it'll help give you some room for error with your diet. So those are the 10 exercises that you should try to incorporate as a guy seeking to build a more attractive body. Obviously, these are not the only exercises that can get the job done, but they are some of the most powerful exercises at your disposal. Before I go, I want you to keep in mind that even though a lot of these exercises are about building muscle, women don't like it when men are too muscular. When asked to rate men, the majority of women prefer the muscular definition of Brad Pitt from Fight Club the most, and when muscular definition starts to significantly exceed that, it's not as attractive. Your best bet is to stay natural so you can look natural. That's it, guys. I really hope this video has helped you out. If you enjoyed it, make sure you subscribe to this channel and make sure you take advantage of my free 6-week challenge, where all you have to do to get it for free is actually commit to sticking to the plan. And most of my clients that are committing are losing either a minimum of 20 pounds or 5% body fat in 6 short weeks. You get a meal plan, a workout plan, and most importantly, you get a coach that's going to check in with you every single week and help keep your mind on track. Click the link below, that'll take you straight there. And trust me, don't wait. Seriously, click that link. This challenge will completely change your life. The website is gravitytransformation.com. I'll see you guys soon.